He thought it was just a pair of AirPods. What he didn't know was that he was about to get caught, in front of his wife, his kids, and a room full of people. This is what happens when you steal from the wrong person. If you've ever dreamed of serving cold, poetic justice to someone who wronged you, hit that like button and subscribe. Because today's story? It's about the kind of revenge that makes karma look like an amateur. It started as an ordinary night out. A few friends, a couple of drinks, and laughter echoing through a city he didn't even live in. Jason was visiting from out of town, enjoying a short weekend getaway, the kind where you leave your worries behind. But that night would leave him with something he didn't expect, a lesson in how low people can sink for something as small as a pair of AirPods. When the night ended, he ordered a Lyft back to his hotel. The ride was uneventful, quiet music, polite small talk, city lights flashing across the windows. He tipped the driver, said goodnight, and headed up to his room. The next morning, though, his stomach dropped. His AirPods were gone. Jason tore through his backpack, his jeans, even checked under the bed, nothing. Then it hit him. He'd had them in the Lyft. He opened the app, found the driver's profile, and filed a lost item report. Within an hour, the driver responded. "Sorry man, checked the car. Didn't see any AirPods." Jason wanted to believe him. Most people are decent, right? He let it go. Finished his trip. Headed back home. But karma, as it turns out, has a funny way of whispering the truth through the Find My app. 2 days later, a notification popped up on his phone. His AirPods were online. Not only that, they were moving. He stared at the map, heart racing as the icon traced a path through the city. Highways, side streets, even stops that looked suspiciously like pickup and drop-off points. Jason's pulse quickened. The driver was using them. At first, disbelief, then anger, then something sharper, resolve. He wasn't a confrontational guy, but this was brazen theft. The driver had looked him in the eye, lied, and kept using what wasn't his. Jason decided right then, he was going to get them back. And he wasn't just going to get them, he was going to make sure the thief remembered this day forever. 2 weekends later, Jason returned to that same city with a plan and a few close friends in tow. He opened Find My in the car. The AirPods pinged to life again, same pattern, same motion. They followed the signal across town, heartbeats syncing with the little blue dot that led them to an unexpected destination, a Chuck E. Cheese. Jason laughed in disbelief. Of course. A family outing. He could almost picture it. The thief smiling with his kids, AirPods in his pocket, pretending like he hadn't stolen a thing. But today, the show was over. They parked a few rows away and spotted the Lyft driver's car instantly. Same make, same license plate. Jason took a deep breath. This wasn't about rage now. It was about justice, and a little poetic embarrassment. He walked up to the front door and found a security guard standing by. Calmly, he explained the situation, showed proof on his phone, the Find My map pulsing like a heartbeat, and even a photo of the driver from his Lyft app. The guard's eyebrows rose. "You serious?" Jason nodded. "He's right inside." The guard motioned for Jason and his friends to follow. The air inside smelled of pizza and arcade machines, filled with the laughter of kids and the clatter of tokens. Then, the guard spotted him. The Lyft driver. Sitting at a table with his wife and 2 small children, laughing like everything was perfectly normal. The guard leaned in and whispered, "That's him." Jason's chest tightened. He stepped forward, steady, adrenaline buzzing in his veins. "Hey," Jason said, voice calm but cold. "Are you driver's name?" The man froze. His smile faltered. Yeah? Why?" Jason didn't blink. "You stole my AirPods." The man's face strained of color. His wife looked confused. The kids stared, wide-eyed. "And no, man, Jason held up his phone, the screen glowing with the live Find My map, and the sound of a faint ping as the AirPods connected, right there, within a few feet. Silence fell across their table. Then the security guard crossed his arms. "Sir, I think it's time to hand them over." The driver hesitated, his lips trembling, then finally reached into his pocket. He pulled out the AirPods, awkwardly placed them back into their case, and extended them toward Jason, his hand shaking. Jason took them slowly, meeting the man's eyes. Around them, parents and kids were watching. The driver's wife looked mortified. His kids were whispering, "Daddy, what's happening?" And Jason? He didn't raise his voice. He didn't gloat. He just said quietly, "You could have just told the truth." Then he turned, nodded to the guard, and walked out, leaving the man standing there, red-faced, humiliated in front of everyone he tried to impress. Outside, Jason opened the AirPods case. They connected instantly, his name still engraved right there on the Bluetooth screen. His friends burst out laughing, but he didn't. He just smiled. A calm, satisfied, silent smile. He didn't need to say anything. The thief had already punished himself, in the one way that would sting most: public shame. Sometimes revenge isn't about screaming or fighting. It's about letting the truth stand on its own, in front of everyone. And sometimes, the loudest justice is quiet humiliation. If this story made you smile, smash that like button, and tell us in the comments. Would you have confronted him, or just let it go? And don't forget to subscribe for more real-life revenge stories that prove karma always collects.